around for food, shooting, threatening things that move, keeping dry under a roof. Oh yeah, that's living the life at the dead end.
Okay, today we're gonna be fleshing out a beaver. I've already skinned it out, obviously, and I'm going to flesh it out so we can dry it out. You need to have coffee if you're gonna do something like this. That's some good strong stuff. Well, some of you are probably even wondering what fleshing means. Well, when you take the hide off of a beaver, or any animal, when you skin it out, there are some things that are left. You see this pink area and fat. You see there's some fat here. If you look real close, you need to take that off and just get down to the hide so that it dries properly. You need a beaver pelt, fleshing beam. That's what this is. And I like putting mine in a chair, nice and solid in my chair, and I can work right here. You need a knife for fleshing. There's lots of different knives you can use for fleshing, but I like this one. It's an ulu from Alaska. So I take my ulu and I start pushing it off. Like this, okay? So you see I'm taking the flesh off the animal. Alright? You're not cutting, you're just scraping is what you're doing. Because you could put a hole in. I've certainly done that before. Sometimes you get careless and you put a hole in your pelt. That's one of the worst feelings you'll ever feel. Putting a hole in your pelt. Mark my words. Fleshing is one of those activities that takes a while. You're working with your hands and you start drifting off in your mind and thinking of things maybe you wouldn't be thinking of. You start thinking of things like, why do I have 10 toes when I really can't grab anything with them? If a tree falls in the forest and nobody hears it, will anybody get the firewood? Would anybody care if it's your birthday if they weren't on Facebook? What do you call those little bits that are left on the paper after you use a pencil eraser? How can my wife have superhuman abilities with her nose that she can pick up the scent of something that usually gets me in trouble? An old man told me one time, there are two things you don't try and figure out: the wonders of the world and your wife. You can see it's a lot paler than it was. All of that pink meat is gone. Now it's time to tack it up and stretch it out. Looks pretty good. Now we just have to let it dry and come back in a few days and it'll be a perfect pelt. So this is what a beaver looks like once it's stretched. It's always in a round configuration. Sometimes you just need to take a rag and wipe off the last little bits of fat. It turns into grease. You might be wondering why this is on my wall, and it's because I couldn't find my beaver board, and I put it away, I think, and I can't remember where I put it. That's the first time that's happened. And so I just tacked it up on the wall. That's how you flesh and stretch a beaver.
That's living the life at the dead end.